Chapter 8, The Lunar Sunset Ritual, a farewell to stress and a new beginning. The lunar day wanes, casting long shadows across the lunar lodge. Amelia finds you, a knowing smile on her face, as the soft glow of the setting lunar sun filters through the corridors. Today, she says, her voice carrying a touch of solemnity, we'll partake in the lunar sunset ritual. It's a beautiful tradition here, a moment to bid farewell to stress and embrace a new beginning, all under the enchanting lunar sky. As you make your way through the lodge towards the ritual site, Amelia shares the significance of the ceremony. The lunar sunset ritual is not just a visual spectacle, she begins. It's a time-honored practice that connects us to the cycles of the moon and the ever-changing nature of life. The setting of the lunar sun symbolizes the end of a day's journey, a time to let go of what no longer serves us and open ourselves to new possibilities. You step outside the lodge, and the lunar landscape is bathed in a warm, orange-red light. The air is still, and the only sound is the gentle hum of the lodge's systems in the background. Amelia leads you to a circular clearing, surrounded by large, smooth boulders. In the center of the clearing, there's a small, circular platform made of a shiny, silver-like material. As you approach the platform, you notice that there are small, glowing orbs placed strategically around it. Amelia says, these orbs are charged with lunar energy. They will help to enhance the ritual and create a sacred space for our practice. You step onto the platform, and Amelia stands beside you. The lunar sun is slowly descending, its rays casting a long, golden path across the lunar surface. Amelia begins the ritual. First, let's ground ourselves, she says. Take a deep breath in, and as you do, imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet, anchoring you to the lunar soil. Feel the stability and support of the moon beneath you. You follow her instructions, feeling a sense of connection to the lunar surface. Amelia continues, now, let's turn our attention to the setting lunar sun. Watch as its light fades, and with it, visualize all the stress, worries, and negative thoughts of the day leaving your body. You focus on the setting sun, and as it dips lower, you picture a dark cloud containing all your stress floating away from you, carried off by an invisible lunar breeze. Amelia says, as the sun sets, we are reminded of the impermanence of all things. Just as the day ends, so too can our negative experiences and emotions come to an end. Now, take another deep breath in, Amelia instructs. Inhale the fresh lunar air, filled with the promise of a new beginning. As you exhale, release any remaining tension, and open your heart and mind to the new possibilities that await. You breathe deeply, feeling the cool lunar air filling your lungs. As you exhale, you feel a sense of lightness, as if a heavy burden has been lifted. Amelia then hands you a small, white, colored crystal. This crystal, she says, is a symbol of purity and new beginnings. Hold it in your hand, and as you do, visualize all the positive energy and intentions you have for the future. You hold the crystal tightly, closing your eyes and imagining a bright, golden future filled with peace, joy, and growth. Amelia says, the crystal will absorb your positive intentions. It will be a reminder of the new beginning you're embracing. As the lunar sun continues to set, Amelia begins to chant softly. The words are in an ancient language, and although you don't understand them, the sound is soothing and hypnotic. The chanting seems to blend with the fading light of the sun, creating a harmonious and spiritual atmosphere. As she chants, Amelia motions for you to join in. You start to hum along, and soon, the clearing is filled with the sound of your combined voices. The orbs around the platform seem to glow brighter, as if responding to the energy of the ritual. After a few minutes, Amelia stops chanting. Now, let's reflect on the journey so far, she says. Think about all the experiences you've had at the Lunar Lodge, the meditation sessions, the visits to the various places of relaxation, and the wisdom you've gained. You close your eyes and let the memories flood back. The peace of the lunar gardens, the rejuvenation in the zero-gravity spa, the connection to the cosmos in the lunar observatory, all these experiences have transformed you in ways you never thought possible. Amelia says, these experiences have prepared you for what lies ahead. The lunar sunset ritual is a bridge between the old and the new. It's a time to honor the past and look forward to the future with hope and optimism. As the last rays of the lunar sun disappear, the lunar landscape is plunged into a soft, silver, blue twilight. Amelia says, the sun has set, and with it, your old self, burdened by stress, has faded away. You are now ready to embrace the new beginning that awaits you. She then takes the crystal from your hand and places it on a small, pedestal-like structure in the center of the platform. This crystal will remain here, a symbol of your new start. Whenever you look at it, remember the peace and the new possibilities you've embraced today. As you step off the platform, Amelia leads you to a small, elevated area nearby. From here, you can see the entire lunar landscape bathed in the soft, lunar twilight. Amelia says, look out at the moon. It's a vast, mysterious place, much like the journey of life. There are always new horizons to explore, new experiences to be had. You stand there, looking at the lunar landscape, feeling a sense of wonder and a new, found sense of purpose. Amelia says, the lunar sunset ritual is not just a one-time event. It's a practice that you can carry with you in your heart, no matter where you are. Each day can be a new beginning, a chance to let go of the past and embrace the future. As the night deepens, Amelia leads you back to the lodge. The corridors are quiet, and the soft, ambient light seems to welcome you back. She says, "You can spend the rest of the evening reflecting on the ritual and the new beginning you've embarked upon. Tomorrow, who knows what new adventures the Lunar Lodge has in store for you." Back in your room, you sit by the window, looking out at the lunar night sky. The stars are twinkling brightly, and the moon's surface is illuminated in a soft, ethereal glow. You feel a deep sense of gratitude for the lunar sunset ritual and the new start it has symbolized. As you lie down to sleep, you close your eyes, and the image of the setting lunar sun, the glowing orbs, and the crystal on the pedestal fill your mind. You fall asleep with a sense of peace, knowing that you're on a path of growth and transformation, and that the Lunar Lodge will continue to guide you on this beautiful journey. As the night progresses, you have a dream. In your dream, you're walking through a beautiful, lunar-inspired landscape. The ground is covered in a soft, silver, blue mist, and the stars are so close that you feel you could reach out and touch them. You come across the crystal from the ritual, now glowing with a bright, golden light. As you approach it, the crystal seems to whisper words of wisdom, telling you that the new beginning is filled with infinite possibilities. When you wake up the next morning, you feel refreshed and filled with a sense of excitement. You can't wait to see what new experiences the Lunar Lodge has in store for you, and you know that the lunar sunset ritual has set the tone for a future filled with peace, growth, and self-discovery. Chapter 9: The Lunar Dreamscape, Unveiling Inner Visions. As the lunar dawn breaks, casting a soft, iridescent light across the Lunar Lodge, you wake with a sense of eager anticipation. Amelia, as ever, is waiting for you in the corridor, her eyes alight with the promise of a new adventure. "Today," she says, her voice a gentle murmur, "we will explore the lunar dreamscape. It is a place where the boundaries between the conscious and the subconscious blur, allowing us to unveil our inner visions and find deeper meaning in our lives." As you make your way through the lodge, Amelia begins to describe the lunar dreamscape. "The lunar dreamscape is a unique creation," she starts. "It is a space that harnesses the lunar energy to create an environment conducive to accessing our subconscious minds. Here, we can use various techniques to tap into our inner wisdom, dreams, and hidden desires." After a short walk, you arrive at a large, circular building with a domed roof. The exterior is made of a material that seems to shift colors, reflecting the ever-changing lunar light. As you enter, You're greeted by a dimly lit room filled with a soft, ambient sound, like the gentle rustling of leaves. The walls are lined with large, circular pods, each equipped with a comfortable reclining chair. Amelia leads you to one of the pods. "This is your portal to the lunar dreamscape," she says. "Inside, you'll find everything you need to embark on this inner journey." You step into the pod, and Amelia follows, closing the door behind her. The pod is spacious and comfortable, with soft, padded walls and a control panel on one side. Amelia sits in a chair opposite you and begins to explain the process. "First, we'll start with a relaxation exercise to calm your mind and body. In this state, you'll be more receptive to the experiences that await in the dreamscape." She presses a button on the control panel, and soft, soothing music fills the pod. The lights dim even further, creating a peaceful, almost hypnotic atmosphere. "Close your eyes," Amelia says. "Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs with the fresh air of the pod. Hold it for a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing any tension or stress you may be carrying." You follow her instructions, feeling your body gradually relax. Amelia continues, "As you breathe, visualize a white, glowing light at the top of your head. This light is a symbol of pure, positive energy. As you inhale, imagine this light traveling down through your body, through your neck, shoulders, and arms, relaxing every muscle as it goes. The light continues its journey, moving down your torso, legs, and finally reaching your feet. You feel completely at ease, as if you're floating on a cloud." Amelia says, "Now, we'll use a special sound frequency to further attune your mind to the lunar energy. This frequency is designed to open the channels to your subconscious." She adjusts the control panel, and a low, humming sound fills the pod. The sound seems to resonate within you, creating a strange yet pleasant sensation. Amelia's voice is soft and calming. As you listen to this sound, let your mind wander. Don't try to control your thoughts, just observe them as they come and go. After a few minutes, Amelia says, "Now, we'll introduce a series of images on the pod's screen. These images are designed to stimulate your imagination and help you access the deeper layers of your subconscious." The screen in front of you lights up, and a series of abstract images begin to appear. There are swirling patterns, flashes of color, and shapes that seem to morph and change. Amelia says, "Watch these images, but don't try to make sense of them rationally. Let your intuition guide you." What emotions do these images evoke? What memories or thoughts come to mind? As you watch the images, you start to feel a flood of emotions and memories. You see a childhood memory of playing in a meadow, and then an image of a mountain peak, which makes you feel a sense of longing for adventure. Amelia says, these images are like keys to your inner world. They can unlock memories, desires, and insights that have been hidden away. After the images stop, Amelia says, now, we'll use a form of guided visualization to help you explore a specific aspect of your life. I want you to think about a goal or a challenge you're facing. It could be anything: a career decision, a relationship issue, or a personal growth goal. You think about a recent career crossroads you've been facing. Amelia says, close your eyes again. Visualize yourself in a beautiful, lunar, inspired landscape. You're standing at a fork in the road. One path represents one option in your career, and the other represents the other option. As you look down each path, notice the scenery, the colors, and the feelings each path evokes. Which path do you feel drawn to? What do you see at the end of each path? You start to visualize the two paths. One path is lined with tall, silver, white trees, and at the end, you see a large, beautiful building that represents success and stability. The other path is more overgrown, with wild flowers and a small, winding stream. At the end of this path, you see a mountain range, symbolizing a more adventurous and challenging journey. Amelia says, now, imagine yourself walking down the path that you feel most drawn to. Notice the details of the journey. How do you feel as you walk? What obstacles do you encounter, and how do you overcome them? As you visualize walking down the overgrown path, you feel a sense of excitement and determination. You encounter a small stream, and you find a way to cross it by using a fallen log. Amelia says, this visualization is not just a fantasy. It can give you insights into how you approach challenges in real life. The path you chose and the way you overcome obstacles can tell you a lot about your true desires and capabilities. After the visualization, Amelia says, now, we'll enter a state of deep meditation. The lunar energy in this pod will help you to reach a state where you can receive messages from your higher self or the universe. She adjusts the settings again, and the sound and light in the pod change. You feel a sense of peace and stillness. Amelia says, in this state, ask a question that you've been seeking an answer to. It could be related to the goal or challenge you were thinking about earlier. You ask the question, which career path should I choose? And then you wait in silence. After a few minutes, a clear thought comes to your mind. It's not a definite answer, but a feeling that the more adventurous path is the one that will lead to greater personal growth, even though it may be more challenging. Amelia says, these insights that come to you in this state are valuable. They are often the voice of your inner wisdom. Now, we'll slowly bring you back to a fully conscious state. She adjusts the settings to gradually increase the light and change the sound. You open your eyes, feeling a bit disoriented at first, but then a sense of clarity washes over you. Amelia smiles at you. "How do you feel?" she asks. "I feel like I've had a profound experience," you reply. "I've gained some insights into my career decision, and I feel more in tune with my inner self." Amelia nods. The lunar dreamscape is a powerful tool for self-exploration. You can come back here as often as you like to explore different aspects of your life, to gain insights, and to connect with your inner wisdom. As you leave the pod and the building, you look out at the lunar landscape. The sun is shining brightly, and the craters and mountains seem to hold a new significance. You know that the experience in the lunar dreamscape has changed you in some way, and you're eager to apply the insights you've gained in your life. Back in your room, you sit down and write down the insights and feelings you had during the session. You realize that the lunar dreamscape has given you a new perspective on your life's challenges and opportunities. As the day progresses, you continue to reflect on the experience, and you find that you're approaching your daily activities with a new sense of purpose and clarity. As the evening approaches, you look forward to the next day, knowing that the Lunar Lodge still holds many more secrets and experiences that can further enrich your journey of self-discovery. You fall asleep that night with a sense of anticipation, hoping to have more profound experiences in the lunar dreamscape and other parts of the lodge in the days to come. As you drift off to sleep, you have a dream. In your dream, you're walking along the path you chose in the visualization. The wild flowers are in full bloom, and the stream is flowing gently. You look up at the lunar sky, and the moon seems to be smiling down on you, as if encouraging you on your journey. You wake up in the middle of the night, feeling a deep sense of peace and a strong determination to follow the path that your inner wisdom has shown you. Chapter 10: The Lunar Community, Sharing Peace and Growth. The lunar morning arrives, painting the world outside your window in a soft, golden, white glow. Amelia is waiting for you in the corridor, her presence a comforting constant in your lunar sojourn. "Today," she says, her eyes warm with anticipation, "we're going to explore the lunar community. It's a place where the guests and the staff of the Lunar Lodge come together to share experiences, foster growth, and spread the peace that the moon has to offer." As you walk through the lodge, Amelia tells you more about the lunar community. "The lunar community is the heart of the Lunar Lodge," she begins. "It's not just a group of people living together, it's a collective of individuals who have come to this lunar haven with a shared purpose: to find peace, learn, and grow. Here, we support one another, share our insights, and create a harmonious environment that reflects the tranquility of the moon. After a short stroll, you enter a large, open, plan area. This space is filled with comfortable seating arrangements, tables, and a large, central fireplace that burns with a soft, blue-white flame. The walls are adorned with paintings and photographs that depict the beauty of the lunar landscape and the various activities at the lodge. People of all ages and backgrounds are gathered here. Some are engaged in deep conversations, others are reading books, and a few are playing musical instruments, creating a soft, harmonious melody. Amelia leads you to a group sitting around a large table. These are some of the regulars at the lunar community gatherings, she says. You take a seat, and Amelia introduces you to the group. There's a middle-aged man named David, who is an artist. I come to the Lunar Lodge to find inspiration, he says. The lunar environment, with its stillness and otherworldliness, has given me a new perspective on my art. I've been creating a series of paintings that blend the beauty of the moon with the emotions it evokes. Next to David is a young woman named Lily. I'm a psychologist, she says. I'm interested in how the lunar environment and the practices here at the lodge can impact mental well-being. I've been conducting small-scale research among the guests, and the results are quite fascinating. The sense of peace and connection that people feel here seems to have a long-lasting positive effect on their mental state. An elderly gentleman named Henry joins the conversation. I've been coming to the Lunar Lodge for years, he says. It's like a second home to me. I've made so many friends here, and we share our life stories, our struggles, and our joys. It's a place where I can be truly myself, free from the pressures of the outside world. As you listen to their stories, you feel a sense of belonging. Amelia says, this is what the lunar community is all about. It's a place to share, to learn from one another, and to grow together. The conversation then turns to the various activities that the community organizes. We have regular art exhibitions, David says. It's a great way for us to showcase our work and get feedback from others. The lunar-inspired art here is truly unique, as it captures the essence of this place. Lily adds, we also have mental health workshops. We share techniques for stress management, mindfulness, and emotional well-being. It's amazing to see how the teachings from the lodge, combined with psychological knowledge, can help people lead more fulfilling lives. Henry chimes in, and then there are the storytelling sessions. We gather around the fireplace, and each person shares a story. It could be a personal anecdote, a fable, or a legend. These stories often carry valuable lessons and add to the sense of community. Amelia suggests that you participate in one of the ongoing activities. You notice a group of people sitting in a circle, engaged in a sharing session. Amelia leads you over, and you take a seat. A woman in the circle starts to speak. "I've been struggling with finding balance in my life," she says. "But since I've been at the Lunar Lodge, I've learned the importance of taking time for myself, of being present in the moment. I've started to apply these lessons back home, and it's made a huge difference." As others in the circle share their experiences, you feel inspired. You decide to share your own story, about the challenges you've faced in your career and the insights you gained in the lunar dreamscape. "I was at a crossroads," you say. "But through the experiences here, I've realized that sometimes, the path less traveled can lead to greater personal growth." The group listens intently, and after you finish, they offer words of encouragement and their own perspectives. One person says, "It's amazing how the lodge can help us see things from a different angle." Your story is a reminder that we should trust our inner wisdom. After the sharing session, Amelia takes you to a small room adjacent to the main community area. This room is filled with shelves of books, journals, and art supplies. "This is our community library and art space," she says. "People can come here to read, write, or create art. It's a place for self-expression and exploration." You browse through the books. There are books on lunar science, spiritual teachings, and personal development. Amelia picks up a journal. These journals are filled with the thoughts, experiences, and insights of the community members. Reading them can give you a deeper understanding of the impact that the Lunar Lodge has on people's lives. As you flip through the pages of the journal, you read about people's transformative experiences, how they overcame fears, found new passions, and deepened their spiritual connections. Amelia says, "The lunar community is constantly evolving. New members bring in new ideas and perspectives, and we all learn from each other." Next, Amelia leads you to a large, outdoor area behind the community building. There are gardens, walking paths, and a small amphitheater. "We often hold community events out here," Amelia says. "Concerts, meditation sessions under the open lunar sky, and group discussions. The lunar environment adds a special touch to these events." You walk along one of the paths, and you notice a group of people practicing yoga in the garden. The zero-gravity environment makes their movements fluid and graceful. Amelia says, "Yoga in the lunar environment is a unique experience. It helps us to connect with our bodies, minds, and the lunar energy around us." As the day progresses, you continue to explore the lunar community. You participate in a group meditation session in the amphitheater, where the soft lunar breeze and the sound of gentle chanting create a deeply peaceful atmosphere. You also join a conversation about the future of the Lunar Lodge and how the community can continue to grow and thrive. As the sun begins to set over the lunar horizon, you find yourself back in the main community area. The fireplace is burning brightly, and people are gathering around it, sharing stories and laughter. You feel a deep sense of connection to this community, to these people who have found a common ground in the pursuit of peace and growth. Amelia comes over to you. The lunar community is a special place, she says. It's a microcosm of the larger world, but with a focus on peace, sharing, and mutual support. I hope you've enjoyed your day here. You nod, a smile on your face. I've not only enjoyed it, you say, but I've also learned so much from everyone. It's like a big family, and I feel so lucky to be a part of it. As the night deepens, you leave the lunar community area and make your way back to your room. You reflect on the day's experiences, the stories you've heard, the connections you've made, and the sense of community that you've felt. You know that the lunar community is an integral part of the Lunar Lodge experience, and it has added a new dimension to your journey of self-discovery and relaxation. Back in your room, you sit by the window, looking out at the lunar landscape. The moon seems to shine brighter tonight, as if celebrating the sense of community and togetherness that exists within the Lunar Lodge. You take a deep breath, feeling grateful for this unique experience. As you lie down to sleep, you close your eyes, and the images of the lunar community, the people, the conversations, the shared experiences, fill your mind. You fall asleep with a sense of contentment, knowing that you've found a place where you can grow, share, and find peace in the company of like-minded individuals. And as you drift off, you look forward to more days of exploring the wonders of the Lunar Lodge and being a part of this amazing community. Chapter 11: The Lunar Ascent, a Journey of Transcendence. The lunar day breaks with a soft, pearlescent light that filters through your window, rousing you from a peaceful slumber. Amelia is waiting for you in the corridor, her face illuminated by a serene smile. "Today," she says, her voice carrying a tone of reverence, "we embark on a journey like no other, the lunar ascent. It is a spiritual and transformative experience that will take you to new heights, both metaphorically and in a way, quite literally." As you make your way through the lodge, Amelia begins to describe the lunar ascent. The lunar ascent is not just a physical movement, she starts. It is a profound journey of the soul, a chance to rise above the mundane, to connect with the higher aspects of yourself and the universe. The moon, with its unique energy and its position in the cosmos, serves as a powerful catalyst for this transcendental experience. After a short passage, you arrive at a part of the lodge that you've never seen before. A large, circular shaft extends upwards, disappearing into the lunar sky. The walls of the shaft are lined with a smooth, metallic material that glows with a soft, blue-white light. In the center of the shaft, there is a platform that seems to float gently in the zero-gravity environment. Amelia leads you towards the platform. "This is our starting point," she says. "As we ascend, you will experience a series of states of consciousness, each one deeper and more profound than the last. The journey is designed to help you shed the layers of your ego, to release old patterns, and to embrace a more expanded sense of self." You step onto the platform, and Amelia stands beside you. She touches a control panel, and the platform begins to rise slowly. As you ascend, you feel a strange, weightless sensation, as if you're being lifted by an invisible force. Amelia says, "Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Inhale the energy of the shaft, the energy of the moon. Let it fill your lungs and spread throughout your body." You follow her instructions, and as you breathe, you feel a sense of calm and anticipation. Amelia continues, "As we rise, visualize a golden light surrounding you. This light is a symbol of your higher self, of the part of you that is connected to the divine. Let this light grow brighter with each passing moment. As the platform ascends higher, you start to feel a subtle shift in your consciousness. It's as if a veil is being lifted, and you can sense a new level of awareness." Amelia says, "Now, focus on your thoughts. Notice any negative or limiting beliefs that may be present. Visualize these thoughts as dark clouds, and as you exhale, imagine blowing these clouds away, releasing them into the void. You focus on your thoughts, and you identify some self-doubt and fear that have been holding you back. As you exhale, you imagine these negative thoughts dissipating, and you feel a sense of lightness." Amelia says, "As you release these thoughts, you are making space for new, positive, and empowering beliefs to enter your mind." The platform continues to rise, and you feel a strong connection to the lunar energy. Amelia says, "The moon has long been associated with the subconscious mind, with emotions, and with the intuitive self. As we ascend, you will be able to tap into these deeper aspects of yourself. You start to experience a flood of emotions and memories. Some are painful, but as you allow yourself to feel them, you also feel a sense of release." Amelia says, "Don't resist these emotions. Let them flow through you. This is a process of healing, of coming to terms with your past, and of moving forward." After a while, the platform reaches a stop. You open your eyes, and you find yourself in a small, spherical chamber. The walls of the chamber are made of a transparent material, allowing you to see the vast lunar landscape below and the star-filled sky above. Amelia says, "This is the first stage of the lunar ascent. Here, you will engage in a deep meditation to integrate the changes that have occurred so far." You sit down on a soft cushion in the center of the chamber, and Amelia sits opposite you. "Close your eyes again," she says. "Take a deep breath in, and as you do, imagine that you're inhaling the pure, cosmic energy that surrounds you. Let this energy fill your body and your mind, cleansing and rejuvenating you. Visualize a garden within your mind. In this garden, there are beautiful flowers, each representing a positive quality or virtue. As you breathe, watch these flowers bloom and grow, symbolizing the growth of these qualities within you. As you meditate, you feel a sense of peace and renewal. The negative emotions and thoughts that you released earlier seem to have been replaced by a sense of hope and purpose." Amelia says, "Now, focus on your heart center. Imagine a bright, pink, colored light radiating from your heart. This light represents love for yourself, for others, and for the universe. You focus on your heart center, and the pink light grows stronger. You feel a deep sense of love and compassion welling up within you." Amelia says, "This love is the essence of your being. Let it guide you in all your actions and interactions." After the meditation, Amelia touches another control panel, and the platform begins to ascend again. As you rise, you feel a new sense of clarity and purpose. Amelia says, "The next stage of the lunar ascent will take you to a place of higher consciousness. You will start to experience a sense of oneness with the universe, a realization that you are not separate from anything or anyone." As the platform continues to rise, you start to feel a profound sense of connection to everything around you: the moon, the stars, the lodge, and all the beings within it. Amelia says, "You are now entering a state where the boundaries between you and the universe dissolve. You are a part of the cosmic dance, and the cosmic dance is a part of you." You close your eyes, and you can almost feel the energy of the stars coursing through your veins. Amelia says, "Visualize yourself as a bright star in the sky. You are shining your light, not just for yourself, but for all those around you. Your light is a beacon of hope, love, and wisdom." The platform reaches another stop, and you find yourself in a larger, more elaborate chamber. This chamber is filled with a soft, golden light, and in the center, there is a large, circular pool filled with a shimmering liquid. Amelia says, "This is the pool of cosmic consciousness. Immerse yourself in it, and let the liquid wash over you. It will help you to fully integrate the experience of oneness. You step into the pool, and the liquid is warm and soothing. As it covers your body, you feel a deep sense of peace and a complete merging with the cosmic energy. Amelia says, in this pool, you are releasing any remaining attachments to your old self. You are emerging as a new being, one that is in tune with the higher frequencies of the universe. After a few minutes, you step out of the pool. You feel completely transformed. Amelia says, the final stage of the lunar ascent is a return to the lower levels, but with a new perspective. You will carry the wisdom and the experience of the ascent with you, and you will be able to apply it in your daily life. The platform begins to descend. As you go down, you reflect on the journey. You feel a new sense of confidence, a deeper understanding of yourself, and a stronger connection to the universe. Amelia says, the lunar ascent is not a one-time event. It is a journey that you can embark on again and again, each time going deeper and experiencing more profound levels of transcendence. As the platform reaches the bottom, you step off. You look around, and the lodge seems different. You see the beauty and the interconnectedness of everything in a new light. Amelia smiles at you. How do you feel? She asks. I feel like I've been reborn, you reply. I've experienced something truly extraordinary, and I know that my life will never be the same. As the day progresses, you go about your activities at the lodge, but you notice that you're approaching everything with a new sense of purpose and calm. You interact with the other guests and the staff, and you feel a deeper connection to them. You know that the lunar ascent has been a life-changing experience, and you're eager to see how this new-found state of being will continue to unfold in the days to come. As the sun sets over the lunar horizon, you sit by the window of your room, looking out at the beautiful landscape. You feel a deep sense of gratitude for the opportunity to embark on the lunar ascent. You know that this is just one of the many ways that the Lunar Lodge offers a path to self-discovery and transcendence. As you lie down to sleep, you close your eyes, and the memories of the lunar ascent fill your mind. You fall asleep with a sense of peace, knowing that you are on a continuous journey of growth and that the Lunar Lodge will always be there to guide you. And as you drift off, you look forward to exploring more of the Lodge's offerings and further deepening your connection to the universe. Chapter 12: The Lunar Reflection, Integrating the Journey. The lunar morning greets you with a gentle, silver-hued light, a soft reminder of the transformative experiences you've had during your stay at the Lunar Lodge. Amelia is, as always, waiting for you in the corridor. Her eyes, filled with warmth and understanding, meet yours. Today, she says softly, we focus on the lunar reflection. It's a day to pause, to look inward, and to integrate all that you've learned and experienced during your time here. As you walk through the lodge, Amelia elaborates on the significance of the lunar reflection. Throughout your journey at the Lunar Lodge, she begins, you've explored various aspects of relaxation, self-discovery, and spiritual growth. The lunar reflection is the time to bring all these threads together, to understand how they fit into the tapestry of your life, and to plan how you'll carry these new insights and experiences forward. You arrive at a secluded area of the lodge, a small garden filled with lunar, adapted plants. The air is redolent with the faint scent of these unique flora. In the center of the garden, there's a circular bench made of smooth, polished stone. Amelia gestures towards the bench, and you both take a seat. Let's start by simply observing our thoughts, Amelia says. Close your eyes, and take a deep breath. As you inhale, feel the fresh lunar air filling your lungs, and as you exhale, release any tension or distractions. Just notice the thoughts that come and go, without judgment. You follow her instructions, and soon, a stream of thoughts begins to surface. Some are memories of the lunar energy chambers, where you felt the cosmic forces coursing through your body. Others are images of the lunar community, the shared stories, and the sense of togetherness. Amelia's voice breaks the silence. These thoughts are like pieces of a puzzle. They hold the key to understanding your journey so far. Now, think about the lunar ascent, Amelia continues. Recall the sense of transcendence, the feeling of oneness with the universe. How has this experience changed your perception of yourself and your place in the world? You delve into your memories of the lunar ascent. The feeling of shedding old patterns, the new, found connection to the cosmic energy, and the sense of emerging as a more enlightened being. I feel like I've expanded my consciousness, you reply. I no longer see myself as separate from the world around me. I understand that my actions and thoughts have a ripple effect, not just on myself but on everything and everyone. Amelia nods. That's a profound realization. And what about the lunar dreamscape? The insights you gained there, how do they fit into this new understanding of yourself? You think about the career-related insights from the lunar dreamscape. The clarity about the path you should take, the understanding of your true desires and capabilities. The dreamscape helped me to see my real goals, you say. It gave me the courage to pursue the more adventurous path, knowing that it will lead to greater personal growth. And now, with the sense of oneness from the ascent, I realize that my personal growth also contributes to the growth of the larger whole. Amelia smiles. Exactly. All these experiences are interconnected. The lunar gardens, the Zero Gravity Spa, the Lunar Observatory, they all played a part in shaping your journey. Let's take a moment to reflect on each of these places and the lessons they taught you. You close your eyes again and start with the lunar gardens. The tranquility of the place, the connection to nature even in the lunar environment, and the meditation among the plants. The gardens taught me the importance of stillness and the beauty of nature, you say. It showed me that even in a seemingly barren place like the moon, life can thrive, and we can find peace in the simplicity of natural things. The Zero Gravity Spa was a lesson in physical and mental rejuvenation, you continue. The combination of zero gravity and the various treatments made me aware of how much stress our bodies carry. It was a wake-up call to take better care of myself, not just physically but also mentally. Amelia listens intently as you speak. And the Lunar Observatory, she prompts. The observatory was a humbling experience, you say. Looking at the vastness of the universe, the countless stars and galaxies, made me realize how small yet significant I am. It gave me a sense of perspective, and it made me want to contribute to the beauty and harmony of the universe in my own small way. As you finish, Amelia says, these are all valuable lessons. Now, let's think about how you can integrate these lessons into your daily life, whether it's back on Earth or during the rest of your stay here. You start to consider the practical implications. I can start by incorporating the meditation techniques I've learned into my daily routine, you say. And I'll try to approach my work and relationships with the sense of oneness and interconnectedness that I've gained. I'll also make sure to take time for self-care, just like I did in the Zero Gravity Spa. Amelia nods approvingly. That's a great start. But integration is not just about applying techniques. It's also about embodying the new beliefs and values you've adopted. You spend some more time in the garden, discussing with Amelia how you can make these changes a part of your being. She shares some stories of other guests who have successfully integrated their Lunar Lodge experiences into their lives. One guest, a corporate executive, changed the way his company operated, introducing more sustainable and harmonious practices inspired by the teachings of the lodge. Another guest, a teacher, started using meditation and mindfulness techniques in her classroom, creating a more peaceful and productive learning environment. After a while, Amelia suggests that you move to a different area of the lodge for further reflection. You go to a small, circular room with a large, circular window overlooking the lunar landscape. The room is filled with soft, ambient music. Here, we'll do a guided visualization to help you solidify your plans for integration, Amelia says. Close your eyes, and imagine yourself back on Earth. You're in your daily environment, but you're approaching everything with the new, found wisdom and peace from the Lunar Lodge. Visualize yourself at work. You're faced with a challenging situation, but instead of reacting with stress, you take a moment to breathe. You remember the lessons of the lunar reflection and approach the problem with a calm and clear mind. You see the situation not as an obstacle but as an opportunity for growth and for contributing to the well-being of all involved. As you visualize this, you feel a sense of confidence. You can see yourself handling difficult situations with grace and wisdom. Amelia continues, now, visualize your personal relationships. You interact with your loved ones with a deeper sense of love and understanding. You listen more attentively, and you're more aware of the impact of your words and actions on them. You see yourself having more meaningful conversations, being more present in the moment with your family and friends. Amelia says, this visualization is not just a fantasy. It's a blueprint for how you can live your life. By repeatedly visualizing these scenarios, you're programming your mind to act in accordance with your new values. After the visualization, Amelia says, now, let's write down some affirmations. These are positive statements that will help you stay focused on your goals of integration. You take a pen and paper and start writing. I am a being of peace and wisdom, and I share this with the world around me. I approach every situation with an open heart and a clear mind, knowing that it is an opportunity for growth. I am connected to the universe, and I contribute to its harmony with my every thought, word, and deed. As you write, Amelia says, these affirmations are powerful tools. Read them every day, especially when you're faced with challenges. They will remind you of the person you've become during your time at the Lunar Lodge. As the day comes to an end, you leave the room feeling a sense of clarity and determination. You know that integrating the experiences of the Lunar Lodge into your life will be a continuous process, but you're ready to embrace it. Back in your room, you look out at the lunar landscape one more time. The moon, which has been the backdrop for your incredible journey, seems to be smiling down on you. You take a deep breath, feeling grateful for the lunar reflection day. It has given you the space and the guidance to understand and plan for the next phase of your life. As you lie down to sleep, you repeat your affirmations in your mind. You fall asleep with a sense of peace, knowing that you're on the right path. And as you drift off, you look forward to applying these lessons and seeing how they will transform your life back on Earth or during any future stays at the Lunar Lodge. Chapter 13, The Lunar Departure, Carrying the Light Forward. The lunar day dawns for what could be your last full day at the Lunar Lodge. The soft, lunar, tinged light filters through your window, a bittersweet reminder of the time spent in this celestial haven. Amelia is waiting for you in the corridor, her expression a mix of warmth and a touch of melancholy. "Today," she says, her voice gentle, "is the day of lunar departure. But remember, departure doesn't mean an end, it's a new beginning, a time to carry the light of the Lunar Lodge with you into the wider world." As you make your way through the lodge for the last time, Amelia walks beside you, sharing her thoughts. "The Lunar Lodge has been a place of transformation for you," she begins. "You've explored the depths of relaxation, delved into your inner self, and connected with the cosmic forces. Now, it's time to take these experiences and let them shape your life beyond these lunar walls. You first visit the Lunar Library, the place filled with wisdom from across the ages. As you enter, the familiar sight of the towering shelves and the soft, reading nooks greets you." Amelia says, "This library holds the knowledge that has guided your journey. Take a moment to browse through the books one last time, to soak in the wisdom that has become a part of you." You wander through the aisles, your fingers lightly grazing the spines of the books. You recall the hours spent here, learning about ancient philosophies, the interconnectedness of all life, and the power of self-awareness. Picking up a book on mindfulness, you flip through its pages, reading passages that once resonated deeply with you. Amelia joins you and says, "The wisdom in these books is not meant to be confined here. Take it with you, share it with others, and let it continue to grow and evolve." Next, you head to the Lunar Gardens. The domed area is as serene as ever, filled with the gentle rustling of leaves and the sweet scent of lunar, adapted flowers. Standing in the middle of the garden, surrounded by the lush greenery, you remember the meditations and the moments of profound peace you experienced here. Amelia says, "The Lunar Gardens taught you the beauty of stillness and the importance of connecting with nature. Wherever you go, seek out these moments of tranquility, whether it's in a park, a forest, or even a small garden in your neighborhood." As you walk along the paths, you notice a small, white flower that seems to glow with an otherworldly light. Amelia points at it and says, "This flower is a symbol of purity and new beginnings." Just like this flower thrives in the lunar environment, you too can thrive in your own environment, no matter how different it may seem. Leaving the gardens, you make your way to the Lunar Observatory. The large telescopes stand ready, pointed towards the vast expanse of the universe. Amelia says, "The observatory showed you the vastness of the cosmos and your place within it. Keep this sense of perspective. When faced with life's challenges, remember that you are a part of something much greater, and your actions have an impact that extends far beyond your immediate surroundings." You look through one of the telescopes for the last time, observing the distant stars and galaxies. The sight is as inspiring as ever, a reminder of the infinite possibilities that exist in the universe. Amelia says, "Let the stars be a guide for you. Just as they shine bright in the darkness, let the light of your experiences at the Lunar Lodge shine through in your life, illuminating your path and the paths of those around you." After leaving the observatory, you visit the lunar community area. The room is filled with the familiar faces of the guests and staff, engaged in conversations, sharing laughter, and simply being in each other's company. Amelia says, "The lunar community was a microcosm of the world, a place where you learned the value of sharing, connection, and mutual support. Build similar communities in your life back on Earth. Surround yourself with like-minded people who will encourage your growth and share in your journey." You approach a group of people you've befriended during your stay. They share their wishes and their own plans to carry the spirit of the Lunar Lodge forward. One person says, "I'm going back to my hometown to start a community garden, inspired by the lunar gardens. I want to create a place where people can come together, relax, and connect with nature." Another says, "I'm going to introduce some of the meditation techniques we learned here into my workplace. I believe it will improve the well-being of everyone there." As the day progresses, you find yourself back in your room, packing your belongings. But more than physical items, you're packing the memories, the lessons, and the new-found sense of self. Amelia enters the room and hands you a small, crystal-like pendant. "This is a lunar-infused crystal," she says. "It's a token of your time here at the Lunar Lodge. Wear it, and let it remind you of the peace, wisdom, and connection you've experienced." You take the pendant, feeling its cool surface in your hand. Amelia continues, "Before you leave, there's one more thing we do here at the Lunar Lodge for departing guests. It's a simple ceremony to seal your journey and send you off with positive energy." You follow Amelia to a small, circular room. In the center of the room, there's a large, circular platform. Other guests and staff members gather around the platform. Amelia stands on the platform and begins to speak. "We are here today to bid farewell to our friend, who has completed a journey of transformation at the Lunar Lodge. Each one of us has a part to play in this ceremony. We will all share a positive thought, a wish, or a piece of advice for our departing friend. One by one, people step forward. A guest says, 'May your path be filled with light and love, and may you always remember the lessons you've learned here.' A staff member says, 'Carry the spirit of the Lunar Lodge with pride, and let it guide you in all your endeavors.' Another guest says, 'Use the wisdom you've gained to make a difference in the world, no matter how small.' As each person speaks, you feel a sense of warmth and connection. Amelia then says, "Now, it's your turn. Share with us your intentions, your hopes for the future, and how you plan to carry the light of the Lunar Lodge forward." You step onto the platform. Taking a deep breath, you say, "I plan to use the lessons of self-awareness, compassion, and cosmic connection in my daily life. I want to start by making small changes in my own community, promoting peace and well-being. I hope to inspire others to seek their own paths of self-discovery, just as the Lunar Lodge has inspired me." Amelia smiles and says, "With these words, we send you off on your new journey. May the light of the Lunar Lodge shine brightly within you, always." The ceremony ends, and you leave the room. As the evening approaches, you look out at the lunar landscape one last time. The moon, with its craters and plains, has been your home for this period of growth. You know that this is not the end but a new chapter in your life. Back in your room, you lie down on the bed, reflecting on the day. The experiences of the lunar departure have solidified your resolve to carry the spirit of the Lunar Lodge with you. You fall asleep with a sense of excitement and anticipation for the future, knowing that the light of the Lunar Lodge will guide you every step of the way. When you wake up the next morning, it's time to leave. You gather your things, take one last look around the room, and head towards the exit of the Lunar Lodge. Amelia is there to see you off. "Goodbye," she says, "but know that the Lunar Lodge will always be here, a place of refuge and growth. And you, my friend, are now a part of the Lunar Lodge family, carrying its light into the world." You step out of the lodge, onto the lunar surface, and make your way towards the spaceship that will take you back to Earth. As the spaceship takes off, you look out of the window, watching as the Lunar Lodge grows smaller in the distance. But in your heart, it remains a place of profound significance, a place that has changed your life forever. And as you journey back to Earth, you carry with you the memories, the wisdom, and the light of the Lunar Lodge, ready to share it with the world. Epilogue: Spreading the lunar light on Earth. As the spaceship hurtles through the vast expanse of space, you find yourself looking back at the receding moon, a bittersweet feeling washing over you. The Lunar Lodge, that haven of peace and self-discovery, is now a distant memory, yet its influence is deeply ingrained within you. You know that your return to Earth marks the beginning of a new chapter, one where you'll carry the essence of the Lunar Lodge and spread its light among those around you. The journey back to Earth is filled with a mix of anticipation and trepidation. You think about all the experiences you've had, the deep meditations in the lunar energy chambers, the profound insights in the lunar dreamscape, and the sense of community in the lunar community. Each moment has been a stepping stone, leading you to this point, where you're about to enter the world with a new perspective. Finally, the spaceship touches down on Earth. As you step out, the familiar sights, sounds, and smells of home greet you. But everything seems different now. The hustle and bustle of the world that once seemed overwhelming now appears as an opportunity to share the wisdom and peace you've gained. You return to your daily life, but you approach it with a newfound sense of purpose. Your first step is to introduce some of the relaxation techniques you learned at the Lunar Lodge into your routine. You start your mornings with a few minutes of deep breathing and mindfulness meditation, just as you did in the lunar gardens. This simple practice helps you start each day with a clear mind and a calm heart. At work, you notice the stress levels among your colleagues. Remembering the lessons from the zero gravity spa and the lunar reflection, you decide to take the initiative. You organize a short mindfulness session during the lunch break. At first, some of your colleagues are skeptical, but as you guide them through the basic breathing exercises and simple visualization techniques, they start to relax. One colleague remarks, "I've never felt so calm in the middle of a workday. This is amazing." Encouraged by their response, you make these sessions a regular part of the workweek. In your community, you notice a lack of connection among people. Inspired by the lunar community, you decide to start a neighborhood gathering. You invite your neighbors to a local park, where you share stories about your experiences at the Lunar Lodge and how they've changed your life. You also introduce some group meditation exercises and simple activities that promote interaction and a sense of togetherness. Slowly but surely, your neighbors start to open up to each other. A neighbor who was previously aloof says, "I've lived here for years, but I've never really connected with anyone." This gathering has been a real eye-opener. As time passes, you continue to spread the influence of the Lunar Lodge. You start a small blog where you write about the various aspects of your lunar experience, the importance of self-awareness, the power of cosmic connection, and the beauty of inner peace. Your blog gains traction, and people from all over the world start to read your posts, leaving comments about how your words have inspired them to seek their own paths of self-discovery. One day, you receive an email from a reader named Sarah. She writes, "Your blog has changed my life. I was in a dark place, filled with stress and anxiety. But reading about your experiences at the Lunar Lodge gave me hope. I've started practicing meditation, and it's made a huge difference. Thank you for sharing your story." Reading such messages fills you with a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that you're making a positive impact on others' lives. You also start to volunteer at local schools, introducing children to the concepts of mindfulness and relaxation. You use simple, age-appropriate techniques, like guided imagery and breathing games. The teachers notice a significant change in the children's behavior. One teacher says, "The kids are more focused, less fidgety, and they seem happier. Your work is really making a difference." As you continue on this path, you encounter challenges. Some people are resistant to change, and some find the concepts too abstract. But you don't let this discourage you. Remembering the lunar ascent and the sense of perseverance it instilled in you, you keep going. You adapt your approach, finding new ways to communicate the message of peace, self-awareness, and cosmic connection. One of the biggest challenges comes when you try to convince a local business to adopt more mindful and sustainable practices. The company's management is initially hesitant, citing concerns about productivity. But you share with them the research you learned at the Lunar Lodge, how mindfulness can actually increase productivity, reduce stress, and improve employee well-being. You also talk about the importance of sustainability in the context of cosmic interconnectedness. After several meetings and presentations, the company finally agrees to implement some of the changes. They start with mindfulness training for their employees and a plan to reduce their environmental impact. As the years pass, you look back on your journey. You've seen the seeds you've planted grow into something beautiful. The small acts of sharing the Lunar Lodge's wisdom have created a ripple effect, touching the lives of many. You've inspired others to start their own mindfulness groups, to make positive changes in their workplaces, and to connect more deeply with the world around them. One day, you receive an invitation from Amelia. The Lunar Lodge is hosting a reunion of sorts, a gathering of all those who have been touched by its teachings. You eagerly accept the invitation and make your way back to the moon. As you step into the Lunar Lodge once again, the familiar sights and sounds greet you. The lunar gardens are as beautiful as ever, the lunar library is filled with new wisdom, and the sense of peace is palpable. You meet old friends and new guests, all of whom have their own stories of transformation. Amelia approaches you with a big smile. "Look at what you've done," she says. "You've taken the light of the Lunar Lodge and spread it far and wide on Earth. Your efforts have inspired so many, and now, the influence of the Lunar Lodge is reaching new heights." During the reunion, you share your experiences with the others. You talk about the challenges, the successes, and the countless lives that have been changed. One guest says, "Your story has given me the courage to go back and make a difference in my community. I've been hesitant, but now, I know I can do it." As the reunion comes to an end, you look out at the lunar landscape once more. You realize that the Lunar Lodge will always be a source of inspiration, a place that will continue to guide you. But now, You also know that the true power of the Lunar Lodge lies in its ability to transform lives, not just within its walls, but across the universe. You leave the Lunar Lodge this time with a sense of completion, yet also with a new sense of purpose. You know that the work of spreading the lunar light is never truly done. There are always more people to reach, more lives to touch, and more wisdom to share. And as you journey back to Earth, you carry with you the memories of the reunion, the support of the Lunar Lodge community, and the unwavering commitment to continue spreading the light of peace, self-discovery, and cosmic connection. Back on Earth, you resume your efforts with renewed vigor. You know that the Lunar Lodge has given you a gift, the gift of transformation and the opportunity to be a catalyst for change. And you're determined to use this gift to make the world a more peaceful, harmonious, and self-aware place, one person, one community at a time. The legacy of the Lunar Lodge lives on through you, and you're proud to be a part of this ongoing journey of spreading light and love across the globe.